Yo, check it. Couldn't feel the beat, man. Gonna give you a banana, a big banana. You have to go 90s action sequence. I was waiting for the wow, 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 wow. That was like 80s hip hop. How about you rap?
Yo, I'm chilling here with Tim, doing Hey Man, listen man, the podcast that you like on demand, all the time, man. You can come get it anytime you want. You'll never forget it, man. Rocks, rocks, rocks. You know Tim's family smokes rocks regular.
Whew, I got lightheaded. Oh, hey there. Didn't see you there. Welcome back to another episode. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, please.
Hit that bell. Hit it. Listen, when I say bell, what do you think of?
Disney, of course. Beauty and the Beast.
Interesting.
What do you think of?
The bell tower in Saving Private Ryan.
I thought you were going to say the Texas University bell tower.
And that brings us to our first topic today, the Texas University Bell Tower Sniper Massacre.
Yes. Matt's been doing a lot of research for historical purposes.
Yeah, I mean, Live Leak's gone, so. You know, you introduced Live Leak to me.
Brother, I'm on Twitter now,
That's
so
That's you evolved.
I wake up to a daily murder video. It's like first thing in the morning, I open my phone up and it's just right there for me. Don't even have to go looking for it if I wanted to.
You evolved from a snuffle to a snuffazard.
Yes, I'm a snuffazard now. No, I don't even like it. It's just no matter what you click on that app, it's you're gonna get fed something grotesque. It doesn't even need to be a murder. It could just be like a accidental death,
Right.
which sometimes are more disturbing.
Forklifts. Like, you don't know. You think warehouse jobs are safe, you know, but they're not.
I was trying to find the one that ruined my day today, but I lost it because I didn't like it. I just got away from it as quick as possible. It was just a dude in, I don't know, some Latin American country walking down the street with an entire probably 12-foot steel pole through his torso.
Oh, no.
And it didn't seem like he knew there was anything wrong. And people are like, we need to get this guy an ambulance.
All right.
And then it's like a 12-second video.
Honestly, I was praying to God you were going to say a guy on a bike with a fridge, okay? Because I saw that video and that's just way nicer.
Yeah. There are a lot of videos of people on motorcycles.
Yeah,
getting
dude.
robbed.
Let's not get into it. Let's just say if you're visiting Brazil soon, okay, don't be put at ease by the surveillance. Because it just catches everything. There's a lot to catch.
It looks like the Wild West down there.
Yeah.
If you have a moped, man, you're living large.
Yeah. Don't eat outside. You know, if there's an outside patio where you can eat, don't eat out there. You know, and
don't trust the kids.
Don't drive in general. Just don't trust the kids. There are child gangs. If you've seen Hostel, you know what we're talking about.
Yes, they will outsmart you and hustle you for something that you own.
Oh, yeah. Never pay for anything. Never accept the services of anybody.
But great plastic surgeons down there. Fantastic work that they do.
Affordable, good doctors.
They really churn out
and
masterpieces.
Lord knows, if you need stem cell treatment, Mexico is the place.
You got a guy?
I mean, I got a guy through Joe Rogan. So I think we all got a guy now.
I wish. That'd be sick.
We do. I mean, I didn't tell you, but I scheduled a trip.
Oh, damn, dude. Yeah. You know you've made it when Joe Rogan recommends his stem cell doctor to you in another country.
Well, yeah, he had. I mean, he has. Like, all jokes aside.
Oh yeah, I know. I thought you meant
Oh.
you were making it sound like it was you personally.
Well, yeah, Joe did call me. I mean, Joe called me, and number one, he wished us luck. He said we're doing really well on the podcast. He's watching.
Damn, that's crazy. He was one of the 6 views.
Well, we don't have to say the numbers, but yeah, pretty much. He said we're doing well. He said we're on the right track, heading in that direction.
Right.
And by that, obviously, I mean the Joe Rogan experience, like that.
Like you might have us on someday.
Right.
Wow.
Well, maybe he didn't mention it, but it seemed like he was interested in maybe expanding and having maybe a couple other shows under the Joe Rogan experience and
the Joe Rogan experience network of podcasts.
Precisely.
Yep. I'm fangirling out right now, dude.
Holy
shit.
Well, he mentioned you. He said a couple things. He said, one, you need to start ending when I'm improving, and he also said number two that you should try to slouch a little bit because your size and height is intimidating and it's not fun to watch.
That's sick. I was gonna say fuck you to him for the first comment, but if he thinks I'm intimidating, I'm honored.
Personally. Well, no, I mean he's not intimidated. He would crack you in half.
Let's be careful there. I don't want to start any beef with the Elk Man himself.
Dude, can you not start a fight with our future boss?
I love Joe. I'm a huge fan. I would kiss the ground if I got in that facility.
Yeah, me too.
You hate him. You think he's a terrible comic.
I didn't. I would never say such a thing. And who am I to judge comics? Best part of my week is when Joe Rogan drops an experience.
Shut the fuck up, dude. I'm not going to tolerate this level of dishonesty.
I find it to be informative.
He would have us on, and the podcast would last 2 hours and 20 minutes, and we would spend the rest of our lives being so depressed that we didn't make the 3 hours like all the good guests get. Or
the third hour with Joe Rogan.
Yeah, dude. Some guys he's done even longer. Like Protect Our Parks. They went 4 hours before.
Protect our parks.
Protect our parks.
Protect our parks.
Protect our parks.
What was happening there? That was turning into something.
It was
Protect
not.
our parks. Yeah, it sure was.
Protect our parks.
You know what's fucked up?
What?
Is that you're going to do that after banning me from bringing up the Indian accent thing, but now you're just doing a different Indian. You're doing the other Indian accent.
I know, I planned all this. So you would laugh like an insane person, like you are. It wasn't an Indian accent, dude. It was.
Let's hear it.
Protect our parks.
Protect our parks.
Whoa, dude. Whoa.
I'm a huge fan of Miss Marvel.
What you're saying? You're an ally. That's true. Yeah, let's not use any of this.
I'm not going to use any of that.
Let's not use any of this. I don't know why I went to. Why did I just get a notification that you just edited? It says now.
Yeah, I got the chip.
The fuck you got? Yeah, you got Neuralink, bro.
I got the chip. So yeah.
You good over there? What's going on?
I just got really high. I just need a second.
This feels like I'm in class and we're doing presentations and you're like the last person to go and you're about to be like, I can't do it. You're like about to leave. I'll just take the F. I don't care. I'll just drop out of college.
So yeah, so you know that new regular on Kill Tony? So we've talked about the show Kill Tony before, which is a live comedy show.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Everybody knows it at this point.
Yeah. So you know Kam Paterson?
Yeah.
New legend.
I like rocks.
Exactly.
Funny as hell.
Yeah. If you don't watch, there's a comedian out of Florida who kind of came out swinging and hitting home runs pretty much. Every joke he said, everything he said was hilarious. And he had, charisma and charm, pouring out of his pores. one of the first things he said was, "I like rocks, but I'm not retarded," which that clip went viral, and he got famous overnight.
Yeah, it's to the point he's so popular in the fan base, like fan favorite wise, that they sell his signature plain T-shirt that he wears. It's just a blank T-shirt,
Yeah, white
and
tee.
that's it. And they sell it for what, $30,
Yeah,
$40.
plain white tee.
But I think they give you a free rock.
They give you a free rock. They give you a free rock with it, which is, when we say rock,
You know, a
pebble.
Yeah, pebble's another word. Stone.
Yeah, stone outside.
We're not talking dirt clods here.
Yeah, we're not talking about crystals. We're not talking about
Jewels.
no jewels. Yeah, we're talking about literally, you can go outside and pick up enough to sell at a show. Rocks.
Not even really interesting rocks.
Yeah.
From what I've seen so far,
Yeah.
they seem to just be regular rocks. Every once in a while, I'll have a big one and just say, "Yeah, it was big."
Yeah, I like this one
So I
because
had
it's a big one.
I had
Yeah.
to hang on to it.
Right, exactly. So I'm scrolling the other day on Instagram, and I see a couple comics that I'm a big fan of. And I see that there's a show at the Hollywood Improv, and the lineup is David Spade, legend,
Yeah, legend.
Bobby Lee, another
Okay.
legend.
Yeah, never has done a special somehow. So I don't even know how good he is at stand up. Honestly, I just know he's hilarious as a person.
Yeah. Natasha Leggero. If you need to mix it up, and you have to pick one.
To have sex with, I'm going to take the girl. Yeah, out of those three.
And followed by those legends, Kam Paterson.
Wow.
The poster for the show is David Spade, Leggero, Bobby Lee, Kam Paterson.
Wow. Meteoric rise for
Yeah.
him. That's crazy. Wow. Kill Tony's just such a crazy launching pad for guys. Like Hans was living in his van to, I saw him headline a show at Helium in Philly.
That's right, you
And
did.
he sold out,
Yeah.
I think, multiple nights.
Good show, too, right?
Really good. It was
Yeah.
basically a compilation of all of his best Kill Tony minutes that he's done over the years.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Which kind of sucked because I'd already heard a lot of it, but they're all still good jokes.
Right.
Well written, tight.
David Lucas.
David Lucas, your girl Jet Ski.
Yep, Jessica Johnson.
Jeremiah.
Juicy. Jeremiah. Obviously, Michael Laird. He took off.
He's probably gone the highest of all.
He's at the peak, I would say.
In heaven. Oh, and Kim Congdon and Sarah Weinschenk, right? I think Sarah was on Kill Tony.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love when Juicy comes back. In my opinion, you just can't give her enough mic time.
They don't really let her talk enough.
No.
She kind of just sits there and waits for her one or two zingers.
Yeah, and she just plays, well. She
Right.
plays really well. Like, to be able to blend in with that band.
Yeah, because I think she is a musician growing up. I feel like
Yeah.
I saw she was on someone's podcast recently. It might have been Dr. Drew, actually.
That would make sense.
In your mom's house, and they were talking about, I think, she grew up like, I don't know, maybe in band or something. Like, she's been playing trumpet for a really long time. So that's cool. She's found a way to
incorporate both. Yeah.
do both. Yeah.
Without it being corny.
Make it part of her career. Apparently, you know this because you watch Bad Friends. Apparently, she has incorporated into her stand-up act too.
Oh yeah.
Like, she brings it on stage.
Definitely, yeah.
So, like, that's interesting. Like, I used to like Dimitri Martin back in the day. Remember him? I hope he's good wherever he's at.
I know.
I feel like I haven't heard his name in 10 years. He's probably out there managing a Staples somewhere.
Yeah.
It's like, do you like this office chair?
Yeah, he's got the look.
Do you want the leather or the pleather version?
Ma'am, I don't want to have to unlock this too, okay? Are you sure you want to see that?
There's a lot of shoplifters around Staples these days. People are trying to get the paper.
Yeah. Do you see how many keys I have?
Yeah.
Do you see how many keys? What do you want me to do? Okay? You find the key for that one.
You ever had a printer? You print two things, you're out of magenta. People will kill somebody for these ink cartridges. You know how much power I have?
Yeah, man. Dimitri Martin was great. He was original, and he really thought through his stuff. And it was, man, it was all a lot, most of the time it was stuff that was right in front of you, but you just never thought about it in that angle.
It was like smart and witty.
Yeah.
He did the guitar, obviously, but then
Yeah.
his main thing that I haven't seen anybody do it to this day is he had the notepad, like the big drawing
Yeah, the
pad.
notepad, the slideshow.
Yeah, he would
Yeah.
show like graphs that he made.
Yeah. You remember one?
Classic Dimitri Martin is the graph, and I can't really like do a visual of it, but it was how hot you are versus how long I'll listen to you talk about your cat.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
It got to like 6 or 7, and it was just like fell off. Like, I don't want to hear about your cat. Sorry.
Did you watch any football this week? Did you see the Eagles game?
Yeah, it was a really good game.
Yeah. Did you see on the sidelines there was like a scuffle between a player and the fans?
Yeah, that was crazy after the game with it was the Bills player, right, with the Eagles fans.
Yeah, it was Shaq Lawson. Shaq Lawson was like the main perpetrator. And like at one point, then when they interviewed him about it, they asked him, why he did it. He claimed that they were hurling threats, that the fans were threatening him.
Right.
Obviously, you can't claim that kind of stuff because everybody's filming everything. And so survey says that was a lie.
They have the audio of the fan.
Yeah. Yeah, they have all the audio of everything. No one was threatening anybody.
Well, he maybe not have didn't like threaten his life or something like that, but he was saying bad things.
I mean, it's the Eagles game.
Yeah.
It's Eagles fans. We are passionate. We're very passionate fans.
Well, here's what I think. I think that fans, if they want to talk trash, they should have to back it up. And I think players should be allowed to have mutual combat with fans.
Who was that basketball player that went to the stand?
Is it Ron Artest?
Ron Artest.
Yeah, Meta World Peace.
Yeah.
Ironically.
You think that should be a fair game?
Yeah, those guys were looking to square up with players. If you want to square up with a 6'5" super athlete that God gave insane physical abilities to, then you get what you ask for.
That's true. It was kind of funny because the Eagles fans were up in the stands, which was like 5 feet above the ground, and he just walked up to them and it was like pretty much eye to eye.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's it's like a good 5 foot difference. I feel like.
He walked away at first, talked shit, walked away, and then I don't know. Somebody
That's what I'm
said
saying.
something.
I feel like watching the video, it looked like something was said when he walked away that crossed the line. Like, yeah, that's right. Walk away, you little bitch, or something. Like,
yeah.
And he was like, "Oh hell no."
Yeah, something. I mean, it might look like that. Yeah.
And dude, I feel for that player, man. Like you say it's during the game, but I thought it was after. It doesn't matter. But like your emotions are high during the game. Like you're trying your best out there, and sometimes you're getting your ass kicked in football. Especially, the Eagles are a good team, so he was probably having a tough time out there. And then some little twerp on the sideline says something to you. You're like, come on.
Yeah, but also you're a performer. You're a performer, right? You're getting paid an immense amount of money to go on the stage and perform, your role.
Yeah, it's not just a performer though. It's not like going on stage and doing Broadway or some ballet. There's a lot of energy and testosterone involved in playing a game like football. Your emotions are very high.
Fair enough. So you're basically saying if they feel super strongly about it, they should be able to, stand up for themselves and what they believe in.
Yeah.
Would you say that it would be okay during the national anthem?
Think about it like this. Imagine if when you went to work, somebody was just over your shoulder telling you that you suck. Give me something. What do you got? What would a Philly fan say?
Hey, look at you. You look like a fucking bum. What the fuck? Look how you type. You type like a woman. Yo, fucking look at you. You fairy. Yo, fairy. Yo, fairy bum. You couldn't tackle somebody if they fell over in front of you.
What the hell, man?
Yeah, look at you. You type like a pansy, you bum.
I'm just trying to finish the quarterly reports.
You guys couldn't win a game if you tried. Yo, fucking bum.
Why are you being so mean?
Yeah, I would be fired. I'd be fired pretty quickly.
Yeah, like if that was like your colleague in the office, like if it was like a sales job where it's like competitive, like who sells more. You're like heckling the guy.
Yeah,
You
I
could
take the last half hour of my day not to sell, just to
just to talk shit.
yeah,
in
just
the
to
office.
take down my competition. Yeah,
Sorry, gold around the office.
yeah. Just be like, look at you, can't even tie a tie. You think you can make a sale?
Yeah.
You're a loser. Everybody else has pictures of their family in their cubicle. You don't got pictures of shit.
You couldn't sell shoes to a shoeless man. You couldn't sell dope to a dope head. You couldn't sell Twinkies to a fat girl. You couldn't sell munchies to the cast of Pineapple Express. You couldn't sell fleshlights at the incel convention.
You couldn't sell a dildo to your mother.
Whoa, man, I crossed the line. Come on, man. Bring my mom into this. She's just sitting at home right now, minding her business.
Woman loves the dildos.
I guess we can end on
Sorry. You couldn't sell paper towel rolls to Puerto Ricans.
Okay.
You remember when Donald Trump was throwing paper towels to Puerto Rico?
Oh, God, that is a deep cut. I didn't know they were Puerto Rican. What the hell?
Okay, it didn't work.
That just nuked my brain now.
Sorry. Yeah. How about you? You want one back there?
Like he was shooting free throws.
You couldn't sell dirt in Waterworld. You couldn't sell water in Mad Max Fury Road.
You couldn't sell avocado toast to white people. I had to say something bad about white people.
Couldn't sell a grape to an ape. Doesn't make sense, but I like it.
I like that one too. Rhymes, so it sounds smart. Your brain automatically just thinks, wow, that's poetry.
Yeah, I like that. It feels good.
Yeah. Waka Flocka just rhymed. That was poetry.
Flocka, Flocka.
And he rhymed Flocka with Flocka.
You see the new trailer for Furiosa?
Oh, yeah. It looks insane.
So, yeah, it's Anya Taylor-Joy from the chess show, Queen's Gambit.
Right, from Boardwalk Empire.
Correct. From the X-Men movie New Mutants that I don't think ever got a theater release because of COVID. Yeah, anyway.
I didn't see it. Wow.
Also from Peaky Blinders.
Peaky, that's what I was thinking, actually. Not Boardwalk Empire.
Okay. She could have been in it, and I would have been okay.
I got those mixed up. Nah, she was too young those days.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, she's Tommy's sister-in-law.
Mm.
She married Michael. Oh, no, cousin. I'm sorry, cousin.
She married Michael.
Right? Yeah, she married Michael, who, yeah.
She hated him.
Correct, but I'm pretty sure she fucked him at the end.
Fucked
Tommy.
Yeah.
Spoiler. Sorry, spoiler. So, yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy, Chris Hemsworth is in it, doing his classic Australian accent, which... does he always do it Australian? Well, no, Men in Black. I think there's a bunch of times he did an American accent, and it was like, all right, but...
He was Australian in Thor, right? Or whatever. It sounds British.
You know, I'll tell you, I'm very concerned about Furiosa. Very concerned. You know, we've talked about it before, but so we're not going to get too in depth with it again. But what is it about Mad Max Fury Road that made it great, in your opinion? Not even your opinion, in general opinion.
I mean, there's a lot of good aspects of that movie.
That's fair, but there's
the visuals.
What about them?
Felt real. Felt like a giant, weird world that you were in all of a sudden.
Yeah. 90% practical effects.
Yeah, they went out into the desert and shot that in sandstorms that they made.
George Miller, the creator, who had very much a hands-on position in making Mad Max Fury Road, insisted on it being as much practical effects as possible. So that's why they swept the Oscars that year, because everything was real pretty much in that movie, with an exception of just kind of, I think I saw a quote where he said the only time they used CGI was just to put the icing on the cake. But it would have been as good even without the CGI. My concern with Furiosa is, from what I can see in this trailer, there is a lot of CGI, specifically in two shots. One where young Furiosa, is on a giant spear gun, and behind her, it looks like that scene in The Flash. Like, it looks like it takes place in the same. It's terrible.
But it does, though. It's out
Out
in the
of
desert.
I know, but it just looks out of focus.
Yeah.
And it looks terrible. There's another scene where Chris Hemsworth's character is like falling off of something, and there's a bunch of like bullets falling on him, casings falling on him, and below him is like fire, and it's the fakest shit ever. If you look closely, and it's concerning. There's a scene where a motorcycle goes under a truck, and it looks super CGI.
We'll see. I think if there's a movie you could do CGI with, I think it would be Mad Max, because there's not a lot to that environment. It's just a sandy, post-apocalyptic world. We'll see. I mean, if the visuals are bad, it's definitely going to take away from it. But there's other aspects to it that could still make it a good movie at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Good cast.
Yeah.
Sounds like I'm not a big like Mad Max fan. Like, I don't know like the whole story.
Right.
I only know kind of the newer movie, and I think it sounds like we're kind of getting like a new character set, right? It's not going to be related to what's his name, Tom Hardy's character.
This is actually just, from what I can tell, is most of the characters from Fury Road, probably about 10 or 20 years earlier.
Right.
I think we're going to get kind of the origin of Immortan Joe, the
King.
Yeah, with the face mask and all that. Obviously, he's in the trailer, a younger version of him.
The water god.
Yeah, who would drink milk.
That's what he was, the milk god. The milk god.
So weird. And he would make it rain like I do on the basketball court.
It comes out next year, 2024. Also, another big movie coming out in 2024 is Dune.
Yeah, Dune 2.
Going to be a big year for sand.
Oh, man, it is. It is. And you know how I feel about sand. I hate sand. It's coarse and rough. Gets into places you don't want it to be.
Yeah. I don't know why they're doing that. Like, they should deliberately avoid releasing the same year as Dune. Because I used to always get Dune confused with another movie, which was Tremors.
Oh, wow.
Remember a movie called Tremors?
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Stargate.
No, I know, yeah, because it's not sci-fi. But this was back when there was only like the original Dune, and it wasn't that cool.
Yeah,
like, with effects and all that.
Yeah.
But Tremors has like those big sandworms.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you have seen that movie.
Sure have. I've seen a couple of them. There's a lot of them.
There's a lot, like any horror movie now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for Dune. The first one delivered in many ways I didn't expect. I suspect the second one will too. Looks like we'll get a couple big battle scenes. What I've realized is that lately you cannot show a battle scene without delivering. After the quality kind of shot up from Game of Thrones and from the CGI era, Troy.
Infinity War,
yeah. When you kind of set these standards for big battle scenes and you show even a shot of it, you have to deliver on it. If you don't, you'll suffer, in the box office and in the reviews. That's it. And Napoleon is a good example, because Napoleon showed battle scenes and then they delivered on it tenfold, which was a necessary component in making that movie even remotely good.
Yeah, if you're going to make a movie about a general, you got to have good war scenes.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not that hard. And
yeah.
A lot of action movies, when you boil it down, they are generals facing off.
True.
In some type of way.
Yeah. But you could make a Napoleon movie or a movie about a general with having very few battle scenes. You know, we've seen that before too.
You could. I don't. I think Napoleon's a bad example, but yeah,
Yeah,
his life was literally conquering the world.
true, true.
He was known as like a great strategic battle mind.
Right.
I guess you don't need battles, but he needs to be like at a battle in like a tent
Yeah,
and like doing the map things that they do,
yeah.
moving the pieces around.
Oh yeah. I won't spoil anything because it's a new movie.
You definitely get some of that, right? And
Well, yeah, without spoiling anything, I'll say, yeah, you definitely get kind of all aspects of his life, you know, for a certain period of time.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't think it's a spoiler. It opens up with the beheading of Marie Antoinette, and he's in the crowd witnessing it.
he came to rise right after that. So
Right,
that
exactly.
makes sense.
Exactly. Get ready to read some text, though. That's like some of the most exposition written on the screen before a movie I've ever seen. It's a lot of it.
Yeah, kind of have to with history movies because not everybody knows.
For me, it was like 2 slides in, and I was like, I'm lost.
I hope they did a lot of Josephine in Napoleon because that's a big part of his life.
I'll say this:
They-
they could have named this Napoleon and Josephine.
Yeah, it's big part of his life was Josephine. Napoleon's like a simp for Josephine.
Yeah,
That's
that's kind of communicated.
she basically like cheated on him. And
All right, you should stop. You're spoiling. You're gonna
This
spoil
is
the
history.
movie.
This is history.
I know.
I haven't.
I didn't know any of. I didn't.
For the
know
record, I
all of
haven't
it.
seen Napoleon. I just knew this.
I know, but you're spoiling the movie, so stop.
It's a great story though, where Josephine cheats on him, and he finds out while he's in Egypt.
Yeah, you should not.
He just
You
conquered.
should stop.
He thought he was on top of the world. He just conquered Egypt. He gets word that Josephine hooked up, I think, with one of his former like sergeants or something. Like he knew the guy, I want to say, back home. So then he, as a man, had to hook up with a lady because that is like back then the custom. If like you get cucked, you need to cuck back or people don't respect you.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that part. That's interesting. They didn't really convey that.
But apparently he was very like reluctant and like heartbroken. He just like he did not want to go around with the hose.
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, they get into that a little bit.
They do.
You'll see. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna love this movie for sure. You know, if you are interested enough to even know that much. Yeah.
Well, fun fact, Napoleon's brother lived in New Jersey after Napoleon was exiled.
No kidding.
Lived in South Jersey, actually. His house is like 15 minutes around the corner.
Huh. He's a character in the movie.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I think he got
A pretty important character.
he got expelled too. Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
but like there could be like Bonapartes around here for all we know.
That's pretty cool.
Could have grew up with some Napoleons.
Interesting. Wow.
Next thing is something I need the world to know about again. That I discovered going down a Wikipedia rabbit hole. That started with reading about the history of Guinness beer.
Okay. As one does.
And finding out that they owned Pillsbury at one time.
You're kidding.
Yes.
The Doughboy?
Yeah.
The Doughboy's Irish?
If I'm wrong, cut that part out. But I'm reading about the history of Pillsbury and like when they got started, and you know when the Pillsbury Doughboy was created. It was like the 50s. He was like this mascot sensation that took America by storm. And I started like reading about just like other products that Pillsbury's put out, and I come across this thing called Funny Face Drink Mix. And like I didn't think anything of it. I just clicked on it literally to be like, have I ever drank this?
Yeah.
Maybe it was like some fruit punch I drank when I was a kid.
Yeah. Sounds sugary. Pillsbury drink mix.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sounds like some like Kool-Aid stuff.
Definitely marketed to kids by the name.
Yeah, probably definitely like juice boxes.
Yeah.
And right there on the Wikipedia page, when you click on it, is like the picture that it shows you for the page, and the picture is of two of their, we'll say, old flavors that they had at one point.
Oh no.
And the first one was called Injun Orange, and it's literally an orange wearing like a Native American feather.
Oh no. It's the Chiefs mascot, basically.
Yes, or actually worse, the Cleveland Indians.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
And he's like kind of reddish skin because he's an orange. The next one's, I think, worse,
No.
which is Chinese cherry.
Dude.
And that is the most racist Asian picture I've ever seen. It's a cherry, of course, with an Asian face. Like very deliberately Asian.
What?
And our fans know that we stand with the Asian community. We're big supporters
Oh, yeah.
of the Asian community. Matt reads the Asian news, we know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And there's another one that was freckle face strawberry, which, I don't
Is it
know.
ginger?
Yeah, I don't know if that one's offensive.
Yeah. Well, yeah, when you're coming off of Chinese cherry.
I think the freckle faces will get over it.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right. What the hell? They didn't take it all shelves till 1989?
1989.
Are you kidding me?
Is when people were offended by that.
I mean, listen, man, I don't... Cancel culture, obviously, in many cases went too far. But when I hear things like that, it reminds me why we need it. Okay.
Yeah, that's one we can all agree on, I think. Right?
Yeah, we can definitely all agree on Indian orange not being the flavor we want for our drink.
With that picture, especially.
The spelling, yeah. I mean, everything is wrong with that. Okay, let's be real.
I'm actually surprised they said Chinese cherry, not the other C word. Back in the 50s when this was invented.
Yeah. Let's think of other flavors.
Black cherry.
Black cherry. African apricot. That doesn't make sense.
I don't know why apricot. But...
I mean, Chinese cherry does make sense.
They basically had, at one time, they had like 10 flavors, and these 3 were in them. But the other flavors were like rad raspberry.
Dude, I was just thinking rad raspberry. That's wild.
That's so weird.
Yeah, a mentalist could tell us what happened there.
Wop tomatoes.
Pakistani ham? That doesn't make sense.
Drink mixes. Nobody wants ham flavored juice.
Towelhead tang?
Ridiculous. That one was going to get us in trouble.
Kiwi?
It looks like Takiki.
Yeah. Takiki kiwi?
About redneck raspberry. It's like a raspberry with a mullet.
How about cracker cranberry?
Yeah, like that cracker cranberry.
Yeah. Which is also my goal when I take a girl out for the first time. Islander ice.
What does it taste like? Ice?
Highlander. No, it obviously tastes like pineapple. Coconut. Filipino fruit punch.
Portuguese pineapple. I don't know what a Portuguese person would look like.
Yeah. Mexican mango, but it would be fucked up, so it would be like sleepy Mexican mango.
Like a mango laying down.
Under a mango tree. Russian roulette flavor.
That's the mystery flavor.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're gonna
You'll
get.
know what you're gonna get.
That's a great idea, dude. Let's just make a whole candy called Russian roulette.
Yeah.
Every bag comes with 1 bullet.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. That's so badass.
If you collect the whole magazine, we'll send you a free gift certificate to a Turkish bathhouse.
If you send us a full magazine, we'll divert James Bond's attention next time he's looking for you. We'll stop the assassin who's hunting you down for killing his dog. If you find a full magazine, we'll send you a bottle of vodka.
If you collect a magazine and send it in, we'll send you back washable tattoos. Russian prison style.
Yeah.
Like this one that says Slava Russia.
Or this one, which is just a star that tells everybody you're affiliated.
This one that looks like it was done by your inmate.
This one, which is a bear with a sickle in his hand. If you collect a full magazine, we'll send you to the Ukrainian front.
Thank you for your donation to the war efforts.
We appreciate what you do.
If you collect all 10 magazines, we'll just mail you a bride.
Who has already served, so you don't need to worry about her having to come back. These brides have at least 10 scalps.
Widowed 3 times already. Age 27.
If you get lucky, her ex-husband was a part of the Wagner Group.
Yeah. That's like dating an ex-wife of a SEAL.
Which sucks, as we learned from Shane Gillis, but the pension from having a wife whose ex-husband was in the Wagner Group.
Oh, yeah.
Money. Big Russian money.
Yeah, you get all of the devalued currency that you want.
Correct. Also, free trips on the Trans-Siberian Railway. Anytime you want, completely free.
Hell yeah. Nothing like running a Russian train.
Yeah, nothing like avoiding midnight on a Trans-Siberian Railway.
Who knows? You might run into Bert Kreischer.
Ooh, cigarette time.
Dude, the ventriloquist would be a sick nickname to have.
Yeah, we should make that a villain
Yeah,
for our.
for the black light.
Don't. Somebody's gonna steal it, dude.
Cigarette Time in America is brought to you by $10 sweatpants.
Correct.
3 for $10. It's Christmas time, and you're buying sweatpants. Let's be honest here. Can't beat that deal.
Everybody knows the best sweatpants on the market have stripes on the side. And if you're wondering if these 3 for $10 sweatpants have stripes on the side, the answer is most of them. Some will only have a stripe on one side, which feels unusual at first, but you get used to it and call it a statement. Call it a fashion statement.
You will trick some people into thinking they're Adidas, but there's only 2 stripes.
Mm-hmm.
And if you act now, if you buy in the next 30 minutes, we'll throw in this free dad bubble vest.
Yeah. If you ain't feeling puffy enough, get the puff with the puff jacket.
Just enough to hide enough alcohol to tolerate your family through dinner.
That's enough. That's enough of the
It
puff.
sells itself.
Yeah. If you don't have enough of the puff, get with the program.
Use promo code Hey Man Listen Man.
And nothing will happen.
All right, so the funniest thing I saw this week was a video out of the court trial for a rapper that I'm not really familiar with. You might be. His name is Young Thug.
Yeah, Young Thug, yeah.
And I don't know what he's in court for, but basically I saw a video of his defense lawyer doing some type of character statement about his client. I guess there were some questions about his background and some RICO activities he was up to. And the video is his lawyer explaining to the jury that Thug in his name, Young Thug, doesn't mean thug. It's not what you think it is.
Everybody knows what thug means.
Nah. See, Thug's an acronym, and it stands for truly humble under God.
Shut the fuck
And he's not actually a real thug.
Shut the fuck up.
He's out here promoting the good Lord's message. So we'll see how this court trial goes.
What the fuck?
I thought it was a great thing. I wonder if the lawyer made that up or if Young Thug came up with that in the meetings for the trial.
I don't know. All I can say is that you're looking a little cocky, man, and I think you need to check yourself and be a thug.
Right.
You
I need to humble up.
You need to aim to be a thug.
Yeah, I need to be humbled by God.
Which, by the way, wouldn't it be you need to aim to be thug? Yeah, you need to be thug.
Yeah. Everybody remembers the great Tony Hawk Pro Skater game. truly humbled under God.
Under God. Damn, dude,
Thug.
what a defense, though. I mean, shout out to that lawyer, you know.
Guy's working.
Young Thug, you mind if I call you that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, G.
Yes,
Cool.
that's cool.
That's cool.
All right. So I have to make this statement tomorrow, you know, and I've been thinking about it, and I've been thinking about your case, and I think, you know, we can talk here. It's just us. You're you're guilty, right?
I mean, if we being honest,
Yeah. Let's just be honest.
we keeping it 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did do all that shit.
Okay. That being said, would you describe yourself as a thug?
No. I mean, technically, maybe.
Okay, listen. I have all your songs here, and they're all gonna come up in court. You do.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Okay, all right. I'm
Say-
glad we crossed that bridge. That being said, what does thug mean to you?
Thug life, you know, it's
Before you say anything else, what do you think about this acronym? Okay? Now, look, instead of writing it across like I usually do, I wrote it downwards. You see, it says thug.
oh.
And look,
yeah.
T stands for what?
Trolley.
You got it. And then H stands for, well, I'll just give you that one, humble.
Okay.
And then under God. We'll skip all that. We're going to say that this is what thug stands for.
Trolley. Humble under God.
Yeah, that's a crazy accent you have there, young thug. Where are you from?
From none of your business.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm sorry.
Just my lawyer.
Dude, that's wild. Truly humble under God.
Really crazy. It reminds me of the guy who married the girl that had some fun in college, and like she's hanging out with her friends, and you're there, and you find out that she had a nickname like Easy Mac,
Oh my God.
and you're like, Mackenzie, like, what does that mean? She's like, I really like mac and cheese back in college. Or her friends call her Nicole the Hole. And you're like,
Whoa.
she's like, oh, it's because I left a hole in the wall after that one party. Like, are you sure?
Chloe the Blowy.
Yeah. Chloe's Blowies. Open 24/7. Yeah, it's like finding out your fiance's nickname was 7-Eleven in college, always open.
Yeah, so that's wild, man. Young thug. Fucking truly humble under God.
Yeah, so his lawyer brought up another fact that I was not aware of. He
Okay.
said, like, in my client's defense, he's not the first artist
Oh,
to
no.
make an acronym of the word thug.
Oh no.
And he claims that Tupac used the acronym Thug Life, as everybody knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, tattooed across his stomach.
Yeah.
And apparently that stands for the hate you give little infants fucks everyone.
Tell that to a priest, am I right?
I guess the message is like, you know, don't be hateful to children because they'll grow up to be hateful.
It'll manifest.
I think it could have been worded a little bit better.
Yeah, that honestly feels like trying to get out of getting thug life tattooed on you.
Nah, man, I ain't cool with that. You know what that stands for?
I have a thug life tattoo, as you know,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and it's it's
can't-
not
you can't show it.
it's not in English because I'm a worldly person, and when I say I defend other cultures, I wear it on me.
Yeah, some people would say you wear your cultures on your sleeve
Yeah, should I show it?
if you want to.
Seems topical. We've been talking about defending Asian cultures.
Oh man, yeah, I should have threw that in. I forget. I thought we were talking about another tattoo.
Yeah, you think I'm kidding? Should I show it? Or
Yeah, man, go for it if
Yeah.
you want to.
I mean, I think it's funny that you bring up the story. You didn't even think to bring up the fact that I have a thug life tattoo.
I forget that it exists sometimes, but yeah, you're about that life. We know.
Right there. See it? Thug life.
There it is. Yeah.
All right, it's that time again. Let's go ahead and do a couple jokes. What do you think?
Sounds good with me. And now Matt with the joke.
I'm pretty sure TikTok dances are just people guessing sign language. I'm convinced the first TikTok dance took place side stage at a Snoop Dogg concert when they hired a guy who had no experience doing sign language.
You definitely did the impressions in there. This one was perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a joke, Tim.
So I was showering earlier, and I started thinking about No Tears baby shampoo and how they made that shit. Like, did they have a warehouse of screaming babies with scientists standing over them, like pouring shampoo into their eyes? Like, this one cried. Next. Sick bastards. Why is there even shampoo that makes tears after all those tortured babies went through that? So now I only buy baby shampoo now. In every shower, I pour a little bit out for them to remember them. Sometimes girls are like, why does your hair smell like children? And I say it's in honor of those little cuties in that warehouse.
Maybe added the other day, I turned around and Joe Biden was smelling my hair. All right, this has been another episode of Hey Man, Listen Man. Hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Make sure you like the video too.
Yep, and go ahead and comment down below. Tim, you got something for him?
Live life and don't let it live you.
All right.